Yo, what's up, guys? My name's Kavi. I've collected 7 figures in info as a high ticket closer, and this video I had a pretty long objection handle. It was like 20 to 30 minutes, and I just want to show you guys the beliefs and the mindset that actually go into closing deals like this. Like, it wasn't perfect. Ultimately, I just want to show you guys the principles behind it so that you can get better at sales and collect more cash. So let's get into it.
How do you feel about it, man? Like, do you like if you look at that? Like, I know there's no like crystal ball of certainty, but like for what this is, like, do you genuinely feel confident this can help you accomplish those goals we were talking about, like having more freedom and be able to make money outside of a 9 to 5?
It go back to based on like what you said logically. I think so.
Okay, cool. Why would you say so? Like, what part of the process actually makes you feel confident? Do you think it'd be like the coaching, community, the video training? Like, what do you think would be the most helpful for you?
So, unless you're like a complete beginner to sales, I pretty much pitched him the program, the whole discovery. We talked about making logical decisions versus emotional ones, how to essentially act when you're under stress. Because I was literally just planting the seed for this objection handle, right? So I have a ton of leverage going into that. And that's kind of where we're at now. I'm getting a tie down, so want to make sure that he genuinely feels confident that this can allow him to achieve his goals.
The coaching,
Okay, why the coaching?
I feel like it's the most important aspect out of the whole thing, like just generally.
Mm-hmm. Have you had
Like,
that like, level of coaching before? Like, did you have that when when you're doing sales or anything like that?
so you mean that level of coaching, like a lot of hands on?
Yeah, have you had like that hands-on coaching for like business before?
I'm not gonna lie, this job that I work at, they did a pretty good job of like teaching us like what we're getting into before we got into it,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like that's why I just feel like it's the most important.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, yeah, dude, if there are no more questions on your end, I guess one of the last questions I would have then is this something you want to be a part of?
So I'm probably gonna cut some of that because he yapped a bit, but like the whole discover you're getting a problem and then the pitch, like what you're offering them, is like the bridge from the problem to the goal that they have. Like if they cross the bridge, they can get there, right? So you want to make sure that they genuinely feel confident that the bridge is sturdy, like it's not gonna fall down on them. So I like to ask them like if they genuinely feel confident, why they feel confident, like what part of the process makes it feel confident. Have they had that? Like, have you had that level of coaching before? Really? Okay. Like, what difference do you see that making for you? Like, I like to kind of go into it, right? Because it's important to make sure they genuinely feel confident as well.
I do want to, but I want to be honest with you
Okay.
because
Here we go.
I have no problem here at all with like the work, like
Uh-huh.
actually doing it,
Mm-hmm.
actually doing it, but also didn't know how much it would cost. So like I don't know, like I know that's not like really that important right now, but it's it is playing like a lot into my emotional factor.
Okay. Do you feel like it's important to focus on your emotional factor though?
So there are a lot of routes you can take there, but it's like, first of all, he said something like the cost is like playing on my mind or something like that. It's like, okay, why is the cost concerning for you? You could elaborate on that. Like, considering the whole call was about how he shouldn't focus on like the emotions and make decisions based on that, but just focus on logically like what you need to do. And he said it right there. Like, the reason I don't want to move forward with this is emotional, so I just went right into that.
I feel like it's more important to focus on the logical factor.
Definitely is more important to focus on logical, but I don't even know whether to tell if this is logical or emotional at this point.
Okay.
Like
Then let's take a step back. Like,
So honestly, again, I'm gonna really dive into the principles here. So fucking take some notes. Like, when you are making a sale, it's going to be emotional, especially like in info, like these B2C sales. It's selling like make money online. The decisions to buy are made with emotion, but they're justified by logic, right? So both of them honestly play a part. But in terms of the objection handling, it's like, I don't know whether it's emotional or logical. Cool. Do you believe this can work for you? Yes. What are your goals? I want to do this, this, and this. Do you believe this can get you there? Yes. Are those important to you? Do you really want to achieve those? Yes. That's really all the logic that you would need to make a decision. Like, nothing else goes into it. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, let me just break this down super logically for him.
Let's think about this logically for a second. So it's like you genuinely like feel confident that this can help you, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And so you come in here, you get the coaching, you get the training, you get the skills to be able to make 10K a month for copywriting. What does that actually change for you, like in your own life?
I actually, if I can see it happen, like if I can see, like, if I, like let's see it happen for myself, honestly, I change a lot about my life. Like at that point, then, um, you know, I would actually now like focus more on that. I'll focus more on that and like expanding that skill. And pretty much that's what I would be doing. Like,
Well, like what about everything we talked about? Like, you want to move out of your parents' house? Like, what else? Like, dude, you're making 10K a month now. You don't have to work a 9 to 5. Like, what about your goals? Like, what did you want to do
So I said I was gonna keep it logical, but like we're literally going straight into the emotions here.
this all for?
I wanted to do this all for the long run. So at the end of the day, like, pretty much I want to be moving out of my house, have the pushing capital, so that when I want to get things that I want to get, I'm not like very like stressed out about getting it, or like it's just like this, right? Like if I'm making right now 3 to 5K or 3 to 4K,
Yeah, just for a bit of context, he's 20 years old, he's in sales, he's making 4K a month, wants more freedom, wants to get out of the job.
if I spend a lot of money on this right now, it's hard to know if that's a logical or emotional spend,
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying. Like, if we take a step back, though, it's like, okay, you believe this can help you, and all those goals that we talked about, like, if you put in the work, do you feel like you can actually get those? Like, do you see this as a genuine solution to you being able to accomplish your goals?
yeah, I mean,
So then, logically, if you have something right in front of you that can help you,
I feel like he was about to start like saying just like bad language, just like negative language. He was like, yeah, but I mean something. He was about to start saying some bullshit, so he just cut it off right there.
to get to your goals, what sense would it make not to take it?
Homie stumped.
it's me thinking like if yes, this is going to actually work for me. Like it's like, yeah, logically, like,
Yeah, that's normal. Like, you're not sure if it's going to work for you.
Bam. And you guys know what that is right there? That's uncertainty. So now it's like we need to just figure out his relationship essentially with uncertainty. Because it's like, I'm not sure if this is going to work. Of course you're not. Like, that's a normal part of the process, right? But if all we focus on is like it not working, if we focus on the reasons it won't work, then we're just not going to act. We're not going to do anything. But when we focus on our goals, it makes it a lot easier to know, like, damn, we need to act so we can actually get to those goals.
What's the only way you're ever going to know?
I guess I'm thinking a lot about like, I guess I'm thinking a lot about the investment aspect.
Yeah, that's
And
that's normal. What's your concern around the investment specifically?
it's not even about time. It's not about work. It's just about the money.
I know, but like, what's your concern about the money? Like, why is that even a concern?
I really just like, I honestly, like, just don't like spending my money. So it's just like,
Who said you're supposed to like it? Bro, it's a part of the, like, that's just a normal part of the process. Someone wakes up all happy and smiley to spend their money, but if it can get you what you want, do you think you need to like it, or do you think you just need to do it?
yeah, it's definitely something I got to do. I think I even hesitate. I even hesitate. It's not even like just you guys. I hesitate to put my money in the stocks. So like, it's just like a.
Well, dude, if every time you come across an opportunity that you feel like could genuinely benefit you, and you tell yourself, I don't like to do this, so I'm not going to do it, do you think you're going to get to those goals that you mentioned to me?
I'm honestly just having a real conversation with him at this point. There's not much to analyze. You're just like, yeah, I don't like to do this. It doesn't really fucking matter if you like it. It's like, what do you actually need to do to get to your goals, though?
Well, let me ask you this: when did you get into it?
I got it in this last March. It's been almost a year.
And before that, you had nothing. You had no idea about this.
Nope. Didn't know a thing about it. Literally came in off an ad, probably just like you did. Saw people were making money with it. Thought, not happy with my situation. If it's even possible for me, like, why don't I take a bet on myself and see what's possible?
I mean, that's all true, but I'm literally just saying, like, pretty much what I want him to do.
Because I wasn't focused on what if I lose my money? What if this doesn't work? yeah, that was a concern in my head. But what I was more so focused on is, what if I can achieve everything that I've wanted and become the person I want? Like, is that worth stomaching that little bit of fear, that little bit of hesitation?
I just wish, it's funny. Like, I just wish, like, I had like some type of form of like more capital to work with, honestly, just to do this. Like, it's like, I feel like, am I like, I'm second guessing myself, like, right now. I'm second, like, am I really ready to like actually start this? Actually, not because of
Good.
yeah,
That's
like,
how it should feel. That's what we said. Shouldn't feel ready. You shouldn't. If you waited to feel 100% ready to do something, would you ever do anything?
Something I've been trying to do is like, anytime they say something, it can literally be used in your favor. So them saying I'm not ready, like, did you expect to feel ready? I don't like it. Are you supposed to like it? Like, all that sort of stuff can just be used in your favor.
I feel like when you go into something, you should feel comfortable what you're going into.
Comfortable? Why are you trying to feel comfortable? Like, you see, like, anything they say can just be used in your favor.
So,
Why are you trying to feel comfortable? Do
because
comfort and growth go well together?
only because it's already stressful where you're at. So like, it's like again back to like what you were saying. Like, there's certain things at home. Like we were saying, certain things at home, like you probably have to like, you probably don't know that's like affecting like how you're emotionally think about it. That you probably have to work on still. And I'm not saying that's like something you should be focusing on. Or like, I'm not saying like basically all these aspects in your life you should be like, oh, this is a nuance. This is a nuance I gotta focus on. This is a nuance. We all got like stress going on. It's just. I don't think I have really much of an excuse. It's just an emotional, like, it's just an emotional.
He knows he's cooked. Like, he knows he's cooked. It's literally just about, like, tying it back to the goals now. And just getting him to realize, like, he needs to do something so that he can actually get there.
Conflict right now.
Yeah, that's normal. It's completely normal, man. But like, for everything that you want, like the person that you want to be, like that Aaron 2.0 version we talked about, who doesn't have to work a 9-to-5 job, is it worth putting those emotions of the fear and like the scarcity to the side so you can become that person? Like, is that actually worth it?
No. If you,
it's not worth it.
Like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll be worth it for to get inside of that, to change the mindset and like, get that Aaron that I'm looking for.
It took me failing and like stumbling around until I found something that I like where I can make a lot of money. Like, dude, I genuinely don't know if you're going to come into this and if this is going to be the thing that makes you a millionaire that you love. I don't. But it could be, right? But if all you ever focus on is this not working and you losing your money, then how are you ever going to know whether this is the thing that actually changes your life?
That's your point. I won't.
Okay. So I feel like the way you're looking at this too is I feel like the way you're thinking about it is like you're going to spend the money and it's going to go out the drain and it's going to be gone, rather than I'm going to spend the money and I'm going to put in the work. You're thinking about it as an expense, like it's going to go away, rather than an investment. Like, I'm going to put the money in and I'm going to make it back. Like,
that's exactly, you got it right. You got it right on. It's exactly the right. Like, it's like, and I'm thinking now, like, I had to think now. I was what's making me more like, lean toward, okay, maybe I can do it. Like, because like I'm gonna make that back, but I just don't. I just to know how I'm going to is the part that like it's scary.
Why do you feel confident like you're going to make it back?
Because I have a job at the end of the day. So like, I know that this is like, so at the end of the day, I'm leaning toward the fact that, okay, you have a good point of what you're saying. Like, if I don't take the leap, I won't never know what this specifically would take me up, or if this would be something I actually like. So it doesn't make, there's not enough, there's not reasoning to not do it. Especially if I see that there's money or see that there's gains that you basically showed me. I know it probably take like a probably high volume of like just reaching out and like trying to get that. Like, but at the end of the day, I'm not worried about that aspect. Now, again, the work isn't even an aspect about me. I'm ready to take on bigger things. It's the move from doing it and like what's required to do it.
Well, okay, so let's look at that. It's like, we have a process and a system that's worked, right, for hundreds of people, and it also hasn't worked for people. Like, they're winners and losers. What do you think separates them at the end of the day? The people who win and the people who lose.
They did it.
Yeah, they did it. They showed up. They put in the work. So it's like, if you're genuinely committed, like you're saying you are, putting in the work, I mean, do you see any way that you would actually fail?
The only way I see I would actually fail is not understanding like the skill cap behind it.
What do you mean, the skill cap?
And that's why I said the coaching is important, because like at the end of the day, like I don't know how good I am at this right now. Like, because again, like I'm ready to learn. At the end of the day, if it's something that I'm good at, then it's something I'm good at. But if I'm not good at it, how willing are people able to help me out? get me to that skill level that I'm looking for.
Dude, that's the entire point. Like nobody, like most people come into this never having started online business, right? Like that's the whole point of being in the community and having the coaching. It's like you can get up to that level. And it's not about like being good or bad at it. It's like, dude, anyone can get good at this. Anyone can. It's literally just how dedicated you are to just wanting to achieve your goals.
If I see like a photo and it says, like $30,000 in your checking account, like just from like from what I'm doing, not what I have, but what I'm doing, and then I wouldn't care about spending $6,000 to get trained. Like honestly, I really wouldn't care at all. But like,
So what he's saying is if he had 30K in his bank account, he wouldn't care about spending 6K. So first of all, it's like, no shit, dude. And honestly, even at that point, he probably would. He probably would just be emotionally attached to his money at that point, and he probably would. But, like, the key thing there is, like, in the same way where, like, a fat person doesn't get into shape until they start thinking and acting like a healthy person. So if he wants to make 30K in the time span that he said, he's not going to get there until he starts acting like the person who has 30K in his bank account. And the person who has 30K in his bank account would invest in himself here. So if you don't act like that person, how are you going to become him?
and you're right, because at the end of the day, you don't know what it is going to do for you, how it is going to benefit you until you actually do it. So like that's just all it is. It's honestly just me, just fearful of just taking the leap. Honestly, because of the fact that I'm not looking at it as an investment. It's like an expense. Like okay, but if I look at it as I will make it back, and that's usually what happens. Usually I'm thinking about it negatively. Overthinkers, usually, if I'm overthinking it, I'm usually going to think about it like negatively, like the negative outcomes. You gave me like a positive outcome to think about because I can make it back. It's not like I can't.
Bam. And this was it. Like, it was over. Hang on, I'll just play the rest.
Okay. So all that's left to do then is what?
Let's just do it.
You ready to do this thing?
Okay, you're still a bit fearful, but let's...
But it's like, what do you feel you need to do right now to put yourself in the best position to actually succeed?
I feel like I think it'll be a good opportunity because like I'll be like basically investing into myself. So yeah, I think in any outcome or any circumstances, it'll be a good thing to at least try.
Okay. Cool, man. What we can do then is...
And then onboarded him. It was supposed to be 6K firm, but like he got declined for that, so we just did 3K, and then we're gonna do the remaining 3K later. But the reason I like this objection handle is like obviously it wasn't like perfect, but what he said at the end is literally like a complete reiteration of exactly like the type of mindset I wanted to instill in him. It was like right around here where he said, "You're right. The only way I'm going to know is if I do it. I'm looking at this as an expense rather than investment. Given what this could do for me, it doesn't make sense for me to look at it like that. If all I focus on is the negative, because there's obviously with every decision, there's a negative and a positive that's possible. If all I focus on is the negative, I'm not going to act. I'm going to stay stuck. I need to focus on the positive so I can actually take the jump and actually have a chance to be able to get to my goals." Right? So that's the objection handle. Not bad. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.